Yes. Wane zaɓi na farin gida majame tsari na yayi mun gani mu yanzu alhamdulillah gwamba mun yaba da ayyukan da kake burgi da karkara. Wane zaɓi na farin gida majame tsari na yayi mun gani mu yanzu alhamdulillah gwamba mun yaba da ayyukan da kake burgi.
Let me begin by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity to meet this time around in this noble chamber of the government house in order to inaugurate this committee and all important committee that at this very point in time we feel is very necessary for us to make up and to take the guidance from the committee in order to see how we could at least improve on the situation of basic education and indeed education altogether. Basic education is the foundation, and as you told you are virtually interested in every aspect of education. I don't think I may need to go very deep into how we found the situation when this government jumped in 2019. But at least that propelled us to declare state of emergency on education. And I may want to say that we've been able to turn around and at least make some difference in terms of structures, in terms of performance, and in terms of delivery along so many sectors of basic education. I cannot say that we have not done good, but our good is not enough. We need to have the best, and that is why we are setting up this committee. In 2018, we came in May 2019. The results for the performance in basic, in secondary education in terms of results was just 22.8% for those that have credit, including math and English. But as last year, we hit around 70%. And we opted to go for WIET, which seems to be more difficult than NECO. But still, because of the way we approached and tackled the issues, we were able to get that result. Meaning we improved tremendously. We are human beings, and so we cannot be perfect. But at least whenever you have an opportunity, make sure you improve what you have, because there is always room for improvement. And nothing stops us from trying to get 100% in terms of performance from our students, which is, what we should aspire. And where we are, we can improve upon. Unfortunately, some of those things will change depending on the approach. Performance-wise, one thing or another could lead to the performance to go down, and you have to tackle it. In terms of out of school children, the numbers were very high. I recall vividly in 2019 September, we went to launch BESDA, Basic Education and Service Delivery for All. Then Dr. Bagoy was the Executive Secretary of the Universal Basic Education Commission. UNICEF team was there. The mentioned that Gonga then had around 550 or so thousand out of school children. I said no. Those numbers were by far less than the real situation. Then they mentioned that their own account was for 2017. I said then we were 2 years behind. My observation was that we had a little more, around 700,000 plus. And that was because there was large dislocations and movements from states like Borno, Yobe, Adama, that moved into Gombe and settled. And also from other states, especially for Almajiri, because of the peaceful nature of it that relocated and came here. So I estimated that around that time, we had around 700,000 plus. And it was somehow, we had to argue it out with the UNICEF zonal director. And at the end of the day, we got focus to see that this will do the needful. And alhamdulillah, with the support that we got from UBED at that time, through BESDA, and also the effort to make here, we were able to, as at yesterday or the university, I mentioned in our budget, we were able to take back around 450,000 by the efforts we have. But it's not just the numbers taken back. How do you retain them? How do you ensure that people elsewhere don't just come in as you try to make all those that are here and necessarily overnight thousands move again from either Yobe or from Kaduna or from Kano or from any other place because there are no safeguards to ensure that no movements like that are allowed or restricted and that the needful is done. And the nature of Nigeria is so that even our borders are not secure. And we have very wide borders, ranging from that of Cameroon through other Chad, Niger, Benin Republic, or any other place. And there are so porous that you don't control movements, and the ECOWAS protocol doesn't you to even stop that. So in that regard, we continuously be in that problem, so we must be dynamic in the way that we are flexible and we adjust wherever and whenever necessary. So what we are doing, especially with the involvement of seasoned administrators of education that we identify based on their qualification and experience and knowledge, notwithstanding our difference politically. Professor Dr. Sadiq is from here, but he is the chairman of the SDP, national chairman of that. After what you are able to do, are not just spread the bad gospel, improve education. Some are not are political. Dr. Boboy, for example, previous immediate past secretary of the UBED at the national level, and he was there for how many years? 7 years. 8 good years. I don't need to mention the senior that was elderly amongst them, Mr. Lotte Benito Bayashi. The MC has already mentioned a comrade for that matter. Even though some are more comrades than others. I'm one of yours.
Even
He was the commissioner for education during Badare Musa's and Abu Minister. And you can see they are still up and doing and teaching. That's because of the patriotism and the passion that he has to serve the people. Coming all the way. And also our own Professor Jackson, who has recently been appointed the executive chairman of the students. He's our own, and he has been in the State University since establishment, and he knows the ins and outs. I got to know about what they are doing in education when they want to address us. As the Northeast Governors Forum in Adama, some 2-3 years back, I got to know about what they are doing. And even then, I had it in my mind that there was need for us to have a very close engagement so that we benefit from their knowledge and experience. But God's time is the only time. Dr. Nula, who is not here, but I believe you all know him. He was one time executive secretary of the NBT, National Board for Technical Education, because of the importance of technical, vocational, and skills knowledge that we need to see how we can mark up, make up what we have lost, and try to be within the very good range nationally and even internationally. I think the order of the day these days is for you to have more of vocational skills than ordinary paper certificate, which doesn't necessarily make you something, especially with the nature of the economy and the needs of the society. The committee is tasked with the responsibility of revitalizing or bringing ways by which we can revitalize basic education and improve on our performance, and also see how we could, along so many lines in education, address issues inadequate teaching personnel, while learning outcomes, and weak administrative structures. Weak in the sense that so many things are not connecting, and the more you have to connect within the system, the more you have some, gaps created. So let them see around how they can find some ways and means by which we can go along and change the tide and deliver high quality education to our youth and indeed to the wider Nigeria. I don't need to go through the rest, but that is precisely what is mentioned. They have the right to do anything else they want, provided it is within this premise. And I've told them that they can co-opt anybody that can add value to their operation, and also to provide the guidance that we need so that we can have a robust plan way out for us to see how we do. With the establishment of the local council development areas and the local governments, and with the renewed vigor with which we want to pursue, improvement in the basic things, we identified 4 priorities: basic education, basic healthcare, security, which is very key, because without proper security, you can't even go to school. That's what is happening in so many places, and it can cause dislocation, and once people move, you cannot guarantee whether they go to school or not. And if we have the means, we concentrate more on agriculture, so that because all our people are either peasant farmers involved in livestock or crop production. So by the time you tackle that one, at least 70-80% of our people are out of, you can take them out of poverty, which can again cause people to go out of school in order to pursue some little things that will keep them afloat. We are doing a lot. Recently, we approved 13.5 billion to Agile to see how we could put up enough structures to give comfort to us in schools. We approved the payment of 1.5 billion scholarship allowances to students, and even Agile paid 746 million to the girl child in order to ensure that going for tele doesn't stop them from going to school. As a student, it can help the parents to at least allow them to go to school rather than turning on their head. So that's where we are. And I know that the situation is not only bad in Gombe, it's bad elsewhere, but it's very worse compared to our southern brothers and colleagues in Nigeria. The situation is terrible in the north. We can't afford to sleep over it, and that is why we need to have people that can help us in guiding us so that we develop and deliver on the expectations and catch up with modernity. The more we succeed, the more others will copy and emulate from us, and with the contagion effect, if it is a good thing, at least it will spread the word all over. I will discuss this even in our meeting at the Northern State Governors. Besides what we did at Adamawa State for the Northeast, I will seek for a way by which the drivers of this committee will work with the Northern State Governors Forum in order to ensure that the whole of the North levels up in order to catch up with the rest of the country in terms of providing basic education to the people to our pupils. I want to seize this opportunity, welcome you to Gombe, and beyond that also inaugurate you today. And like I said, you have the right to add, reduce, do, adjust, and do whatever. All we want is to find a good roadmap with which we can fast track the development of high quality education in Gombe State. I welcome you and I congratulate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Gombe State, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the SSG, the Chief of Staff, Head of Service, Honorable Commissioner, Special Advisors, top government functionaries, the just inaugurated committee, and Your Excellency, your Subek family are all here supporting the newly appointed chairman. His Excellency says by getting number, we know what he means. On behalf of the just inaugurated members of the Taskforce on Reforms and Revitalization of Basic Education in Gombe State, we would like to extend our appreciation to His Excellency for trusting us with this delicate and most onerous challenge, because you have given us a marching order and we said we are the litmus test for other northern states to emulate. Inshallah, we'll do our best to deliver. It takes courage for a leader to put in 6 years of exemplary leadership in the education sector and yet say, I have not done enough. Come and tell me what more I need to do. That is what Your Excellency has done. That is good leadership and that is foresight, and may Allah continue to give you all of this and good health for you to steer the affairs of Gombe State. His Excellency was the first governor to deposit his counterpart for UBEC for 2025. His money is still there, even UBEC has not given their own counterpart. As acknowledged by the Honorable Minister of Education, he specifically wrote to His Excellency, and Gombe State is one of the 3 states who have continuously paid their counterpart fund. Some states have still not been able to access 6 years, 7 years their own counterpart. So we say thank you, Your Excellency, for that, because you have education at the back of your mind. You are never going to let it go down. Reforms are all about turning resources to results. And this is exactly what Gombe State has been doing, and this is what we are going to do, inshallah, and impacting those who really need it at the grassroots. That is the basic foundation of literacy and numeracy. Reforming and revitalizing basic education will lay the foundation of a solid education system in Gombe State, as said by His Excellency, because when you have it right at the foundation, the senior secondary and the tertiary institutions will also set it right. Inshallah, the team will diagnose the problems and challenges and gaps, assess the needs of the sector, and provide tailor-made solutions that will be scalable, achievable, specific, realistic, time-bound, and transparent, inshallah. With this, we once again say thank you, Your Excellency. We will not put in more until the day we bring the report, and we pray to Allah for guidance and wisdom all through. And as you always say, may Allah make it easy for us. Thank you, Your Excellency.
I want to make it clear to all that it's like the composition of this committee comprises of, external and internal. Internal, for me, I think the Commissioner for Education should be the guide, but she should not be an obstacle. Any other person should not be an obstacle to the operation of this committee. So they have the liberty and the right to do anything within the confines of the law in order to dig into the matters and understand it. And we are ready to work with them because we have them here before we even thought of creating. So we need to crossbreed, have ideas external, and join with the ones internal so that we join hands and do the needful. So tell anybody else, especially I've not seen the presentation from the local governments, any local education authority, either whatever, with the chairman himself as the secretary of the committee, I don't think there should be any problem. But emphasize on telling them the need to cooperate with this committee with the maximum possible level of cooperation that is needed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Honorable Abubakar Gombe. That Hamid Boboyi, dear comrade, Mr. Martin Kitom Mariashi.
Well, this is also my citizenship for Gombe State.
Thank you very much. The invigilator for Gombe. Thank you. So the superb executive chairman is having a secretary. So I would want to have all the members to kindly join His Excellency here for a photo with their appointment.